Populace, welcome to my channel and welcome back for the people who's already subscribed. Thank you so much. Today we're doing a new video. I'm going to be talking about the difficulty, the struggle when you are in intermediate level and you're trying to get to fluency level or advanced level. This video is not going to be just for the person who's starting a new language. That means we're not talking about the beginning phase, because of course the beginning phase, it is its own challenge, but this is a different type of video. I'm not going to be giving the same advice that you will be able to apply if you're a beginner in a level of language. These rules, those little steps that I'm going to give to you, I'm going to give you 3 steps here to get from this B1, B2 level to C1, C2 level. So if you're not there, then this video will not help you, but trust me, once you get to that intermediate level and you're struggling there, because this is most of the time where you're going to spend a lot of time before getting to the fluency, is when you're in intermediate level. When you're starting to learn a new language, you will see that the learning will go very fast. Depending again on your level and your abilities and facilities for you to learn a language, you will still see that it's going to go way faster than when you get to the intermediate level to get to the fluency. That's where most of the time people struggle with, and I'm going to tell you how to get through that phase and how to make sure to if you're applying those 3 steps that I'm going to give to you, you will be able to get to the advanced, fluent level very, very fast. The first step that you have to do is to learn how to use the knowledge you acquired during the beginning phase. Because we talk about that, when you're studying a language, you need to learn basics. You need to learn vocabulary, grammar, spelling, terms, like verbs, past, present, past perfect, present perfect, all the things, and all the things that you need to learn into and get that knowledge. But those things that you're going to learn, it's going to help you to get to understand the language. It's going to help you to get to listen in the language, or read a little bit in the language, and also, be able to write in the language. So this is like basic things that you're going to get with you, and it's going to give you to build a little bit of that things. It's not going to help you to speak that much the language. It's going to help you also to start talking with people. It's going to help you to start having exchanges with people, other ways by writing, other ways by listening, or by even speaking. You will be able, because you will get those basic knowledge to actually be able to talk with people. So the step 1, when you get to the intermediate level, because this is what we call getting into the intermediate level, being able to understand, listen, speak, and read and write better in the language that you're targeting. Then after that, you need to learn to use those knowledge that you get, those knowledge that you received and you acquired from that phase, from that active learning, to get through the intermediate level to get to the fluency. And how you're going to be using this one is by living through the language. Okay, I talked about that in so many of my videos. It's very important to understand the best way for you to learn and to become fluent in the language or advanced in the language is to live through the language. You need to become curious about that. You need to make you surrendering about that language, to make sure like your environment, your lifestyle is going about this language. You don't think about, oh, I need to have this class of Italian. No, Italian, it's your world now. Italy is your country now. Even if you're not physically there, again, I already talked about that, the fact that you don't need to live abroad to speak a language. But you need to make sure like you are surrendering yourself about that language, the targeted language, to be able to get to the fluency level. Because this is something that people don't understand, and as explained in my video about Netflix, is the fact that you may listen a lot of things in the language that you're targeting. If you do not start experiencing those culture, if you don't try to be curious about that culture, be curious about that country, be curious about the language behind, you will never get to the advanced level. Because the advanced level is not where you actually are getting knowledge. It's actually when you're using the knowledge that you got to get through that. So it's a very different mindset. It's a very different way of approaching the language. You are not using textbooks anymore. You're not using a lot of lists of vocabulary anymore, like you memorizing. No, that's not the point. That's a waste of your time. You need to be able to speak more with the people, converse more with the people, get to talk with the locals. You can talk with the locals even if not in the country. You can call now now and try to make a reservation in a restaurant, even if you're not going to go there. Just having able to talk with people, use ChatGPT, which is an amazing tool again. Watch movies without the subtitles, listen podcasts, all the things that you would do to just live through the language. Okay, you are not learning the language anymore. You are using the knowledge you got in the phase one to apply that to become more advanced in the language and to get to that fluency level. The second step that you need to do is to put yourself in uncomfortable situation. We talk about that. Comfortable is not helping you in anything in your life, okay? Mostly with language, okay? As much as possible, you need to try to be uncomfortable with stuff. Being uncomfortable with them will challenge you, but being challenged will help you to go faster in something. So if you challenge in a way of thinking, you will get better. You will get you will improve your skills if you're challenging yourself. If you're not challenging yourself and you're very comfortable in your situation, there is no reason for you to learn fast. There is no reason for you to improve because you feel comfortable. So that means if you're watching this movie with subtitles in your native language, you are feeling comfortable. Why would you challenge yourself to learn faster? Why would you challenge yourself to get to the next level? Because you are feeling perfectly comfortable in this situation. So go outside, open the door and put yourself in the risk. Put yourself in uncertain situation. Put yourself in uncomfortable situation and challenge yourself. You will learn way more from a situation where you were struggling and feeling very uncomfortable because you just want to run away from that. We are all human beings, and when we are in a situation where we feel uncomfortable, the adrenaline will shot, and then we just want to go as fast as possible outside of that situation. We want to run away from that situation. As much as you take away this help that you're putting yourself into, this stability that you're putting yourself into, this facilities that you're putting yourself into it, as soon as you just take them away and you just say, remove them and you just kick them out, it's gonna be a struggle. Yes, it's gonna be hard. Yes, it's gonna be very unpleasant. Yes, but it will help you so much. The last step that I'm gonna share with you here is learn how to transition from active learning to passive learning. I am talking about that so many times on that channel. I feel like I'm repeating myself, like I'm this broken disc or something. But it's very important to make the two distinctions, it's very important to make this distinction between learning actively a language and learning passively a language. This is very important. Okay, active and passive is something that we use in so many fields. It can be financial, it can be in terms of school, it can be in languages, it can be so many ways on our life. You need to learn when you're very active learning something and when you're very passively learning something. The transition here is very important, and the only way to make that transition is speaking more, is by writing. How are you going to say writing more? I'm going to explain you two things. When you're speaking, I already told you that when you're speaking more, there is no way that you're not going to improve yourself. It's impossible, because as much as you're speaking, as much as you're getting better. For you to understand something, as much videos I'm going to be putting here on my channel, speaking a language that is not mine, which is English, this is helping me so much by learning and improving myself in this skill, because I am getting better with my English by speaking more and more, by putting more and more videos here on YouTube, internet, showing you my language, showing you my learning process, my learning journey. I'm sharing that with you here, and the more I'm doing this one, the better I'm getting. Just easy like that. It's just really easy like that. So speaking is really helping, but writing also, and mostly also reading. But yeah, also reading, but mostly writing. Because when you're writing, you will start to do something that you will have not done before, which is started to think in the language, the same way as speaking. Because writing is you putting your brain to think about the words, and those words are in the language that you're targeting, of course. So that means the more I am writing in a language, the more I am thinking in that language, the more I'm doing less and less translation in that language, and the more I'm getting comfortable in that language. So this is like all the steps that you can have to see behind just writing in a language. Writing in a language will give you this one, and reading in a language will help you. If you're doing that in a more, again, that's also a passive tool to do, is to read in a language that you're targeting, because more you're reading there, the more your vocabulary will extend, the more words it's going to get to your brain. Because like it or not, when you're writing, you are using more formal way of speaking than when you're speaking. And most of the time, people when they speak, they use the same words, because we're just speaking and we just go through the same words. We don't have that huge palette of vocabulary that we're using when we're speaking, and that's just normal, because especially when you're speaking with someone who is a native speaker in that language. With a native speaker in his language, you will see that this person will be using kind of all the time the same words. He's going to be expressing himself in the same words, and that's not going to help you that much to get the huge palette of vocabulary. But as much as you're going to be reading, and as much time you're spending in very good books, and that not just all the books, but certain type of books, I'm saying, you will have to increase your list of vocabulary. You will have to open this palette of vocabulary that you had never had until now, and that will help you to be able to use better words that you have never used before, like emphasis, I don't have words coming in my head right now, which is insane. But you know, all those words that you don't use in a normal way, that you would probably would see more in a book than with someone that you're talking to. I lost myself. This is so that my brain is in a different place right now. But you understand what I'm saying. Okay, reading will help you to increase the list of vocabulary that you already had before, and speaking and writing will help you to improve yourself by doing what we call passive learning, because when you're writing and speaking, you're not actively learning. You're just doing something that is becoming like a routine for you. Like we all speak and we all write at some point, writing messages, writing like posts on YouTube, posts on Instagram, on TikTok, whatever platform you're using in social networks. All the time you'll be doing this one, having the settings in your phone in the language that you're targeting is going to help you to see different vocabularies also, and make sure that you're being able to understand some stuff, because you know when you're turning on your phone, it's going to be reading some stuff that is in the language you're targeting. When you're going to the settings to try to fix something in your phone, is also going to give you this list of vocabulary that you didn't have before, and then you're going to be using as much as possible the language in your everyday day, and you will not feel like you're learning a language anymore. You just feel like you're going to be living through the language. And that's coming back to the step one I gave to you. It's transitioning between active and passive learning by living through your language, your targeting language, and making it become this this routine, this normal for you. This is normality for you. This is not something that you're learning. This is not like a class. It's becoming your environment. It's becoming your routine, your everyday thing. So yeah, those are the 3 steps that I'm sharing here with you to help you to get better in a language. Let me know if you have ever tried one of those steps, and if you're in intermediate level, tell me which language you are targeting to get in the advanced level, and I will be able just to share that with you, and just to talk with that. With you and share that with you. So please let me know in the comments. Of course, we do like the video if you enjoy it. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to see the next video. It's always helping me. Thanks for all the people who just arrived lately. Very happy, and hopefully we're gonna get more and more on that channel. And that's it for me. I will see you on the next video. You guys take care. Bye, my populace.